Hi, I'm Shalee Super, your guide to world-class outdoors with Outside Yellowstone. The winter season brings a share of outdoor recreation opportunities in Park County, Wyoming. Ice climbing and snowmobiles are great ways to enjoy the snow that comes with a Wyoming winter. Grab your cold weather gear and let us be your guide with Outside Yellowstone. Park County covers 6,967 square miles. The northern part of this vast area is the best place for snowmobiling. Close to both the Yellowstone National Park and Montana borders, Sunlight Basin and the Beartooth Mountains offer astounding snowmobile opportunities. Featuring over 60 miles of groomed and ungroomed trails, this area is a snowmobiler's paradise. Safety is key for a good day on the mountain. Make sure you have proper gear and are prepared for rapidly changing weather and avalanche danger. Before you go, check avalanche conditions in the area you will be riding.
My name is Brenda Miller. I am the past secretary of the Cody Country Snowmobile Association, and I am the current president of the Wyoming State Snowmobiling Association. The Cody Country Snowmobile Association has been around since the late 1960s, and so we are just about on our 50-year celebration, and we provide scholarships to the community as well as donating to other nonprofit organizations. So riding up in our area, you want to make sure that you have an avalanche beacon. You want to make sure that you have probes and a shovel in case there's avalanche danger. You want to make sure you have food, and you want to make sure that you have warm enough clothing so that you don't get cold. Most of us like to snowmobile on ungroomed snow or untracked snow because it's more fun. But to tackle some of the hillsides, you want to make sure that if you're going uphill that you're partially standing, and if you're going along the side of the hill, that you are on the top side of your sled. Park County is a great place to snowmobile. It is a little less crowded than the lower part of the state, and we just have such an open range. You can have vehicles parked clear down to the junction, and you'll be up here all day, and maybe the only time you see them is if you come to the safety shelter for lunch. If anybody hasn't snowmobiled before, get with somebody who has, let them take you, and you will soon be hooked just like the rest of us are.
Motoring through the gorgeous scenery, you might have an opportunity to see some wildlife. Snowmobile tours through Yellowstone National Park are provided by local companies, giving you the opportunity to see Yellowstone from a unique perspective you get to experience. The snow is so much fun on the snowmobile. Definitely a perfect snow day. From snow to ice, the winter wonderland continues as we move up the South Fork for some ice climbing. With a long winter season, usually ranging from November to April, ice climbing is thrilling, high-energy adventure. Local ice climbing guides can help a beginner get started safely, and more advanced climbers can enjoy one of the largest concentrations of waterfall climbing in the contiguous United States, with climbs from 1 to 8 pitches. The South Fork offers some well-known pitches. The main vein is a 900-foot WI3 plus pitch up sheer rock face. It's a fun route featuring 5 to 6 epic pitches, but it's not a good route for high winds, so pay attention to conditions. Stringer is located in a narrow canyon with 400 feet of climbing up a WI3 pitch. Again, avoid climbing in high winds due to the risk of rockfall. Broken Hearts is a WI5 with 800 feet of one of the best multi-pitch climbs in America. The gully system offers many alternative routes, providing numerous ways to enjoy this area. Premier conditions on the South Fork aren't the only place to find top-notch ice climbing in Park County. The North Fork of the Shoshone River and Carter Mountain are also great places to ice climb.
My name's Zach Lynch. I am a mountain guide and the owner of a local guiding service.
My name's Dane Stedman. I was born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona, and now I'm a mountain guide, ice climber, alpinist living in Cody, Wyoming.
So the South Fork Valley is really famous for ice climbing because the valley is accessible throughout the winter, and either side of the valley, both Boulder Ridge and Issaquah Mesa, the geology and hydrology is such that every single gully that flows off of those mesas produces some sort of waterfall ice.
Park County is certainly, I think most people would agree, the best place to climb waterfall ice in the lower 48, as well as some of the most beautiful and difficult climbs on the continent.
The valley is just really well situated in terms of its elevation, where you need melt freezing temperatures to form frozen waterfalls that are good for ice climbing. The South Fork Valley is just perfectly situated. Ice climbing is an amazing activity to take up, and it's actually really approachable if you have the right clothing and the right equipment and the right instruction.
Find a guide, find a mentor, find somebody you trust who can take you out in a safe and controlled way.
It's not something you want to do on your own when starting out, because there are a lot of hazards associated with ice climbing that you need expertise to mitigate. And so a guide can, one, help you stay safe, and two, really facilitate a fun experience.
How's everything feeling?
Good!
Generally speaking, it's better as long as you have the instruction, the mentorship to get into it safely. Oftentimes what seems really intimidating and uncomfortable and maybe even unpleasant initially turns out to be really fun and really rewarding.
Awesome job!
Woohoo!
How did that feel?
Good!
To stay safer ice climbing, one, receiving really good instruction. In addition, developing fitness and training for ice climbing can really go a long way. Maybe starting out learning some basics of climbing safety systems, going to a rock climbing gym or receiving professional instruction from a rock climbing guide, so you have that foundational knowledge of belaying, rappelling, and other rope-related climbing systems can be really helpful.
Park County, and particularly the South Fork, really is one of the best places you can ice climb, and you can ice climb here generally 5 months, maybe 6 months a year. There's minimal avalanche hazard. There's more routes to choose from.
The South Fork is a really great destination for ice climbing, but you may want to gain experience elsewhere, either other locations in Park County, to learn the fundamentals, because the South Fork, like I said, is a wonderful destination, but the climbing here is quite difficult and can be hazardous. And so we really recommend, when we're taking our guests climbing here, that they develop some fundamental skill sets elsewhere, and then we can apply them here on bigger terrain.
Go gently, be cautious, hire a guide, find a mentor. Don't try to dive headfirst into it yourself, because it is a more serious activity. This is big terrain. So go about it cautiously, but come try it out.
Ice climbing and snowmobiling are both spectacular ways to enjoy year-round recreation in Park County, Wyoming. Join us on all of our adventures on Outside Yellowstone. Click subscribe, and if you have a question, leave a comment.